Alright, so PlayStation Network is now back online after the DDoS attack yesterday. And it came back online about 12 o'clock midnight my time, Eastern Standard Time. So it was approximately down for, I would say, close to 24 hours. But this whole story about, the whole attack is really getting crazy and is like a plot twist and everything. So the most recent development in this story is that an anonymous member is claiming to be the real culprit behind this attack. He says that Lizard Squad was just taking credit for doing it when he was the one behind it, according to this report. So it says this new guy, his name on Twitter is Famed God. That's his Twitter handle. And he was also part of the group that is responsible for the 2011 PSN outage. Posted the IP address of one of the Lizard Squad members to prove that apparently they are a bunch of frauds and they are not the ones that are behind this. And he said that why must someone else take credit for one's work? Lizard Squad couldn't hurt a fly. Decrypting a memory dump and finding the servers was all my work. So he's taking complete credit for all of this. And then he also posted a tweet saying, "Everyone retweet this so everyone understands that I provided the proof." And he provided I don't know if it was blocked out by the, in this tweet or this or a game per blocked this out, but apparently it was the IP address to one of the servers at Sony, because it says the IP address, the location, United States, California, San Diego, the coordinates, latitude and longitude, the ISP, local time, and the domain name. Also after that, he said people think a skid group called Lizard Squad actually did something. It wasn't hard to find your main group IP either. So then he then posted their IP address in that tweet. After that, he went on to explain why his reason behind this was. He said, learn and hire people for your security. You're a cheap ass company, referring to Sony, of course. He said if Sony wanted to, they could easily hire a team to monitor servers and filter DDoS attacks. They too high a mighty to spend money. Hashtag RIP. And then lastly, he went on to say that at least Xbox and Microsoft are smart and don't operate on one data center. Sony, you're fucking AIDS. So, by the way, there were reports that Xbox was being attacked too, and they were affected by this barely, because I checked my Xbox One last night and I checked it this morning and it was pretty unaffected. The only thing that was reported to be affected was Xbox 360s at a very short time, but it seems Microsoft got it under control very fast. So the Xbox was very, pretty unfazed through this whole ordeal. But this is pretty much the last video I'm gonna do on this. Like, this is the last update video. I'm not gonna talk about this anymore because it's just honestly crazy. It's just a lot of back and forth and confusing stories of who's responsible, who's trying to take credit for this, who did what. It's honestly wild. It's wild. So I just wanted to give y'all this last update. PlayStation Network is back up, so that's all that matters right now, at least. But I definitely agree Sony needs to do something to make sure this doesn't happen again. I'm sure there are some extra measures they can take to make sure they're not so susceptible to, these type of attacks, because Sony is definitely a target. So, yeah, that's it. Let me know what y'all think about all this. I'm out of here. Peace.